Joy.
Hey everyone, Tentani TV here, and welcome to another episode of my Saving Man United Football Manager 2024 save. Today we've got a special episode for you because we've got a couple of guest commentators. Welcome in Wreford and Dropbear.
Good evening, or good day.
Yes, so we're trying out a new initiative here with the community where I'm going to allow the community to come in every now and then and comment on the videos and commentate with me on the videos, I should say, and make it a fun little experience. So last time out, you will remember we beat Newcastle 3-0 and then drew 1-1 with Tottenham. Since then, we've had a bit of an up and down run. The Europa League group match against Ferencváros, which really meant nothing because we'd already qualified top of the group. We drew 2-2. We then went on to beat Ipswich Town 2-1, followed by a 3-0 victory in the Carabao Cup quarter-final with Bristol City. We then lost to Nottingham Forest, where we rotated the squad and put a squad completely made up of under-18 and under-21 players. Although they did play pretty well. Didn't they, lads?
For the age of that squad, they played very well.
They did. Even the stats even show that we actually dominated the match for quite a bit of it. Following that, we had a great 6-2 victory over Crystal Palace after going 5-1 up at half-time, and really should have been a lot more in that one, shouldn't there?
I think so, yes. Probably should have been, with the XG that was there, 8-9-0.
But there's Onana, you're always going to concede one or two.
He did have a couple of howlers in that match, I will be honest. We then lost to Brighton 4-1, which that was a very disappointing loss because we did play with a half-decent squad. I don't know what happened in that match. We actually did dominate the match, but couldn't get the result.
Watching it, it looks like a very good match. You just could not convert.
No. I think it was Hoyland that started up front in that one, didn't he? Yes.
I believe
and
so,
he was terrible.
Unfortunately, very true to real life at the moment.
Yes. And then the under-18s and under-21s featured again against Wolves, but this time came out with a 4-2 victory. Goals to Matando, Isaac Hansen-Arrowen, Biancheri and Ethan Williams. So a very up and down sort of run there. But now we've got the FA Cup third round match against Fulham. And we will also be going through the Carabao Cup Semi-Final Leg 1 against Nottingham Forest. So 2 very big matches coming up in this video. And actually, I almost forgot, we did bring in our new signings. So we have brought in Rome Jaden Owusu Oduro. Now that's a bit of a mouthful. Young keeper from Ajax, I think it was. From AZ Alkmaar.
He looks quite good for his age. I like him.
Definitely has a lot of potential and has the potential to be our number one keeper in a few seasons, to be honest. We'll probably look to loan him out in the next couple of seasons just to develop him a little bit. I've already got him on the development list, looking to loan him out to probably a League One side for the rest of this season. And then the other player we brought in was Nico Schlotterbeck, who came into us from Borussia Dortmund for a very healthy fee.
A smart decision. I like Schlotterbeck. I've signed him a few times in various FM saves, and he's always a reliable contributor.
That's a very Man United transfer, though, isn't it? 100 odd million.
Is.
Yes.
It is the United effect.
Very much so, but I've brought him in sort of as a replacement for Lindelof, who we're looking to get rid of at the moment, and to partner Matthias de Ligt with Yoro sort of moving back onto the bench to continue his development, which is where he really is at the moment because he hasn't really got the ability yet to be a Premier League starter. He's more of a championship player, so I think he's got a little bit of developing to do before we really push for him to be a regular starter, which he has been this season. And he hasn't played terribly, I won't deny that, but I think bringing in Schlotterbeck as a starter for the rest of the season, I think was the better option. So he will be starting this match. We're starting with a very strong squad. We do have a couple of injuries which have forced a couple of changes. Ugarte is still a couple of weeks away from coming back to full fitness. And Onana and Mazraoui are both away on international duty for the African Nations Cup, meaning Bayindir now gets to start a few more matches. And Diogo Dalot will be coming into right fullback to replace Mazraoui for now. The other players starting this match, we've got Dalot and Schlotterbeck in the centre of defence with Shaw out wide on the left. Surprisingly, Shaw has stayed fit the whole season, has not had an injury, and has actually been one of our standout players. Eriksson and Mainu will be in the defensive midfield there, with Bruno spearheading the midfield with Rashford and Garnacho out wide. Xerxes is going to continue his role as our starting striker, while Rasmus Højlund sits on the bench and comes in more as an impact sub due to the fact that he hasn't really performed to the ability that we've expected of him. So I think a very strong lineup for this match.
Looks very strong. We should get through against Fulham. They're a decent side, but unfortunately, I just don't think they're quite at the level of United. Interesting to see how you go against a 3 at the back system.
Yeah, well,
I'm gonna say 4-1. I gotta say 4-1.
4-1.
Yeah.
Do remember we are playing with inside forwards who are going to be holding the ball up and playing in that support role so that the fullbacks can attack. So we're playing a very much a wing-back sort of formation or a wing-back sort of tactic. However, a little bit more of a narrow one. And we are inviting the opposition to come and play crosses in because we're using those taller centre backs to clear the ball away. So it will be interesting how we go against that 3-man defence with the 5 defensive midfielders there. But yeah, it has been very interesting to watch these last few matches unfold, hasn't it been, lads? Because you've been watching the last few matches with me.
Yeah, he's been dominant. He's been very dominant.
There's been very good passages of play, followed by moments of absolute head loss from Onana.
Yes, very much so. Well, we haven't got him at the moment because we've got Bayindir because Onana's away on international duty. And our first attacking movement here, Eriksson, in off the upright. And we're already doing our goal dance.
Lovely goal from a long way out.
Onana left for the African Cup of Nations to be on a massive party at Carrington.
Wow, that was a good finish.
That's a very good first time turn and shoot from Eriksson.
The lot with the assist there. That's what I was talking about with the fullbacks. The new tactic that was put together, those fullbacks going all the way down to the end there and crossing from the byline. And he's done it again. Ooh. I thought he'd done it again there, Dalot.
Hip at the post, just bouncing off the post.
And Fulham have not even been up our end of the pitch at all.
The football's very much so camped in the Fulham box at the moment.
All right, here we go. Shaw loses out, but Dalot's at the back there, cleaning up any mess that goes out his way. And no one was there. We're still on the attack, though. Shaw keeps it in. He's cut inside. Got a nudge. Oh, that was offside. Rashford was offside. It wouldn't have mattered. It would not have mattered one bit. So we have... that was really weird. That started to show a highlight but didn't. Wow, look at the possession stat. 72% possession for us to 28 for them. And they have not had a single shot on goal. Schlotterbeck has been pretty solid so far at the back. Delot again with the run forward. Bruno. We're in again. So this change that I made to the tactics and having these fullbacks crossing in from the byline has really paid dividends. It has definitely been a joy to watch, and my God, are we dominating matches because of it. Okay. And we're still camped down their end of the pitch. I don't think Bayendi's even touched the ball yet. Xerxes puts it over the bar. I really... Oh, hang on. The boys have muted. I think the lads have muted themselves. Oh, there we go. Wreford's back. Dropbear's still muted. Oh, no, he's back as well.
Yes, apologies.
That's all right. That's okay. I just went quiet for a second. I'm thinking, where'd the lads go?
I was just getting a drink.
Ah.
Fantastic attack from Garnacho here. Come on, down the flank. Oh, come on. Oh, come on, Bruno. You've got to be better there.
All right. Look, I honestly don't think that Bayendi's even touched the ball yet. I really don't.
He's earning his money just by being there.
Fulham's too scared to even test him. All right, here we go. Ericsson. I think Ericsson's going to give the ball to Bayendi just to let him have a touch.
Come on. There we go. Look, it's back to Bayendi. He's had a touch.
Here we go. Shaw, Ericsson. Yes.
Come on.
Schlotterbeck.
Go wide here. Good pass for Ericsson.
All right, Bruno. Xerxes with a shot from distance.
It is nice to see Shaw playing. He's usually injured by now.
Well, that's what I was just saying before the match. This season, he hasn't been injured once. He's featured regularly, and he's been one of our more solid players. In fact, one of the news... Sorry, one of the... that hit the upright. One of the news articles that was brought to my attention in my inbox before the match was that Shaw should be considered for England duties due to his form with us this season so far. So it'll be interesting to see if he does get selected. We have completely dominated this match. The heat map is definitely showing us holding our shape. We are a little bunched up though. Perhaps I should... Well, this is the thing. I'm considering, do I... Perhaps instead of going narrow attacking width, maybe go fairly wide for a bit and see whether that makes any changes at all.
I wouldn't change nothing while you're dominating.
I wouldn't change whilst we're in such a good position. I'd stick with it. I'd stick with it until at least probably 80th, 85th minute when you want to maybe push for one more goal. But 2-0 up, you're in a good position. There's no need to risk yourself to an unfortunate counter attack.
No, well put, well put, well put. The reality is with this, and I'm going to ignore what they're telling me to do there because I like my get stuck in instructions. As we see another attacking movement here. Mainu now. He's got Shaw out wide. Cuts back inside to Mainu. Delot makes his run and forces the save. Puts it out for a corner. If anything, when it comes to maybe the 75th or 80th minute, I may lower the tempo and just put time wasting on just to protect the lead. Other than that, though, I don't think I would do much more. And the lads are all pretty well rested and they're pretty fit and ready for this match. So we're not being forced to enter any early changes unnecessarily.
And that's what you want. You want to just keep your best kind of squad there, especially in the FA Cup. It's a trophy you want to win in season 1.
That's right. Especially after losing the Community Shield to City at the start of the season. We'd like to at least... I mean, we're in a good position to win the Carabao Cup. Oh, Mainu with a scorcher from the edge of the box. Delot again with the assist. Oh, he's definitely given me something to think about with Mazraoui.
He's looking very good.
I always find when I do like saves with Man United, Dallo always goes to Real Madrid, so be worth playing him.
Yep.
Yes. If the real Manchester United could play like this, it'd be fantastic to see.
Oh, it would, wouldn't it? It would.
Not as a Liverpool fan, I'd be quite worried, but...
Yeah. Now, Liverpool have been a very good side this season, I won't lie. And I was very... I don't know if you remember at the start of the season, I did say they would be the team to beat.
Yes.
Them and Arsenal. They were the two sides I was worried about this season. All right, I think we will make a couple of subs because we're starting to see some tired legs out. They're not that we're seeing a lot, but there's also a couple of yellow cards. I will take Ericsson off. I'm going to bring on Mount. And we might actually give Garnacho a break and bring on... Look, Anthony's been really good this season, but Ahmad's just come back from injury. I want to see how he goes for a little while. Let's see how he goes. And with that 3-0 scoreline, we'll see how this attack goes here. Rashford didn't do much with it, but Ahmad's got a chance. A lot to Mainu. Oh, I thought Delot was going to have another assist there.
My 4-1 is looking good if Fulham wants to take a shot.
That's a big if. I think they have had one. No, they've had 3. 1 on target. They've had 3. Right, I'm going to praise the lads. We're going to make a couple more subs. Subs. We will give Schlotterbeck a break because he's on a yellow. And I'm going to give Rasmus Højlund a run. And what we'll do... Mount almost getting a goal there. We've got the corner kick again. What we'll also do, because we are in the lead, and there's only 10 minutes to go slightly lower tempo, and we are going to waste time. Let's not work ourselves silly with the Carabao Cup semi-final coming up. Delot again. Mainu, no assist this time. But Mount with a shot from distance. Oh, Bruno with a free kick just outside the box. I've been very impressed with the lads this match. This new tactic that I put together actually is working very well for this side. And I think we can confidently say that we've won this match. I think if we can get a result like this in that first leg of the Carabao Cup semi-final, we won't have to worry too much about the second leg. Oh, I thought that would have been a penalty then. I'm surprised. I was expecting a penalty against Yoro then and potentially a card.
If it was the referee from last night's game, it would have been a penalty and a yellow card. Jesus.
We've got Rashford injured in the back there. That's not a
what
good
we
sign.
want. No.
Yep, he's injured. He is definitely injured. Potential groin injury. That doesn't sound good. Well, Bruno is definitely wasting time out there. I think this is the one area where FM loses its realism, is with the time wasting and the referees not giving cards for time wasting. It'd be good to see that brought into the AI in future releases of FM, just to give it that extra little bit of realism. Oh, there we go.
The FM26.
Yes.
Good little feature.
I think it'd be great. I think the other thing that I've noticed, as we'll just continue through so we can get the draw for the FA Cup before we pause the recording and get ready for the next match. I think one of the other features I probably wouldn't mind seeing in future FMs is when they go to the VAR, and I don't know if you've noticed this in your saves, but I've noticed when they go to the VAR for a penalty, or for the penalties more so than the offsides, 100% of the time it's awarded a penalty. You never see it where it's not a penalty.
Correct. I've never seen it overturned.
Rashford's only out for 2 days with a tight groin. That's fine. I'm not overly concerned about that. So I think that part of it is another aspect, I guess, of FM24 where the realism is sort of dialed back a little bit. With the offsides, not so much, because with the offsides I have... Oh, what have I done there? With the offsides I have noticed that it can be overturned. Whereas we've got a surprise here in the FA Cup. Yeovil Town, they knocked out Norwich City. That is a big upset. A Vanarama National League team outdoing a championship side. And Mansfield Town, who play in the League One, upset Southampton. So a couple of big results there. But yeah, so with the offsides, I have seen them overturned, but with the penalties, never. So I think that's another area that maybe could be improved. Now, we are trying to loan out at least Lindelof with the potential of trying to sell him. He really wants to talk to PSV, but the offer from them is not as good as what we got from Brighton. Brighton are offering to pay 100% of his wages, whereas PSV won't. And he's going to become unsettled if I don't let him talk. I'm going to be in a bit of trouble with Lindelof now. All right. So, we get Leicester in the FA Cup fourth round.
It's not a hard tie, thankfully. Away might be interesting, but it's not the worst tie you've gotten.
No, but if we look at...
I would have preferred to get Leighton Orient or someone like that.
Oh, that would have been much better, wouldn't it? or Plymouth Argyle even, or Walsall,
Yeah, one of those
Mansfield
ones.
Town.
Yeah,
That
something
would have
like
been
that
better.
where, Blackburn.
Oh, look, Blackburn should beat Mansfield Town. Walsall are against Chelsea. Chelsea's got a very easy run there.
Yeah, Chelsea can rotate and basically pull out the second or third team or however many teams they manage to have stashed away.
Yeah. But see, if we look at previous meetings with Leicester, we've beat them twice, 3-1 and 2-1. So I'm not overly concerned. I reckon we'll do all right with Leicester. So that means we're going to face Leicester 4 times this season. Wow. There's a few teams that we're going to be facing 4 times this season.
They must be getting used to having to travel backwards and forwards to Old Trafford.
Yeah, same with Nottingham Forest as well. Because now that I'm playing them in the Carabao Cup Semi-Final, we will have played them 4 times this season as well at the end of the season. Anyway, we're going to pause the recording now. I'm going to get things ready up until the point of the next match, and then we'll come back and we'll rejoin you at the start of the Nottingham Forest match. All right, and we are back with the Nottingham Forest Carabao Cup match. We're not going to make any changes yet. We're going to have a look. So everyone still looks pretty fit and ready to go. Like, there is some fitness concerns, but if anything, I'll probably just sub them partway through the match. Although I'm contemplating whether I want to give the new keeper a run, which I might actually do.
Do it.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a bad idea. He looks good, and it's going to be a tough game, but I think it'd be a game for him to go, what can I do?
What I like about this new keeper that we brought in is he's already got decent handling. He's got great one-on-ones, decent reflexes. He doesn't tend to rush out. He doesn't have like a lot of eccentricity. So he's very much, I'm going to do my job and that's it. Good teamwork, good work rate. And his aerial reach is phenomenal. So overall, and he's got decent agility. So, and his anticipation's pretty decent too. So overall, he's actually already a pretty decent player, pretty decent keeper. And that's him without having developed. So this kid could become an absolute superstar.
I think next season especially, a very well-timed loan in a good league will do him the world of good.
Well, we are trying to loan him out now. Remember, we are trying to loan him out now for the rest of the season, for the second half of the season.
Yes, I had forgotten that. Apologies.
But if you play him, you develop quicker.
True, but I don't see us playing him enough to develop him quicker. Which is why if I can loan him out to a League One side now, I think he'll start developing a lot more.
Exactly. He's one of those ones that needs to be in a team that doesn't have an Onana, as
that's right,
eccentric as he is. You've got Onana.
As much as he gives us a heart attack.
Yes, exactly. Every match he plays, he's just that next level of keeper that he just isn't at the moment.
That's right. Which is why if I put him in the League One this season, Championship next season, and then bring him in to be our number one keeper the season after when we've moved Onana on, and we can keep Bayendir as our backup to him.
Yes, exactly.
All right, so this match, we've made no changes to the lineup, and already Forest with a second corner, which is a little bit unnerving. However, I'm not overly concerned just yet. Well, nothing came of it, so we're okay.
Time to build.
We're playing basically a almost mirror of ourselves in terms of the way we start with the 4-2-3-1. However, I think they're playing a more wider. Oh, Garnacho with a great shot there, curling shot, forcing the save.
Very well done to force the save there. I think that's very well. That's
had
what you want to see.
He had a lot of players in front of him then.
Yes.
That guy talking just then sounds like Chris Lilly.
Okay. The other thing that I like about this tactic, this is the way I want to continue to sort of go with the way I'm going to search for players or scout for players, is I very much want fast, fit fullbacks and tall centre backs with good heading and jumping reach. And I think that's really the way I'm going to keep... Oh, almost an own goal there. That's really the way I'm going to sort of keep that defence. No matter how I line up in front of the back four, I want to keep a back four like that, regardless. I think I want to stick to a wing-back formation, no matter what tactic I use.
I like that. Is if you can build yourself a... We're going to be this. We're going to focus on becoming this system.
Yeah. Like, I could very easily, in the future, if I don't find the right players for the 4-2-3-1, I could very easily change it then to almost a Christmas tree style formation or... oh, no. Okay, we've gone behind here. That was actually very well done from James Ward-Prowse.
Very
exposing a few weaknesses in that defence.
He is a very handy player, Ward-Prowse.
In fact, it was Bruno that made the error initially.
That's a lovely cross.
And then Mainu just didn't track well enough. All right. Let's tell the lads to focus. That was a terrible pass from Delot. But yeah, as I was saying, like, I could very much change that whole midfield and forward sort of formation to really anything I want. I could go with a two-striker formation or a 4-2-2-2. I could go a 4-3-2-1 and keep them all down the centre, like do that Christmas tree formation. There is a lot that we could do. Sticking with that back four, with that wing, with those wing backs and those towering but strong. That's the other thing I want. Very physical, strong centre backs too.
Yeah.
How? Oh no! Slotterbeck's just conceded a penalty.
And I think that will go to VAR and it will be penalty.
Surprise, surprise. Just what we were talking about before. All right. The new keeper, the youngster, his debut, he went the right way.
He went the right way, so he was not on track, he just didn't get across to it.
You need to shout to them.
What was that?
Shout to them.
I did already. I told them to focus.
No, you need to berate them. All of them. Yeah, I always find no fire up is really good.
All right, let's berate them. Let's see. We're going to take Wreford's advice here. Oh, geez, they're all unhappy at the moment. All right, Garnacho. Oh, I think I made the wrong choice now, berating them because they're about to score. No, it's gone over the bar. Oh, wow. It actually helped. It's actually fired them up. Well done, Wreford.
Yeah, I'm used to shouting at people. It's a good habit.
You've been doing it a lot on your Exodus City save at the moment.
There's lots of shouting when I lost 6-5.
All right, we're down 2-0 at half time. So we need to. We've taken shots. They're just none of them have been on target. We're controlling the possession, so it's not like we're not playing well. It actually
got. What about putting your wing backs on, aiming the crosses in the centre of the box on individual instructions? Just so they aim for like Xerxes or something. See where it says aim crosses out at the bottom. There you go. Might try and get a few more on target.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea. I think that could potentially... I'm going to thrash my arms at him. You're much better than this. Okay, they seem to like that. One thing I've noticed that I don't utilise, and I probably should, when I do the team talks, I only do an overall team talk. I don't really single out, the midfielders or the defenders. I should probably do that more.
39, 47.
I should do that more because... I don't know. I mean...
It's not a bad idea, I suspect. Go around individually to some of those players that, have a very poor game and say, you could do better.
I don't do that enough. I've really sort of, and this is the thing, like you guys have noticed it in my streams and just watching me play. I've taken on the training is one thing I've taken on personally since FM24 came out. I never really used to do the training myself prior to this. I've really started to do that more at the moment. So that's one area of the game that I focused on a lot more this time around. The scouting is another one, and setting up the recruitment focuses. I think the next thing I probably should tackle is the team talks and talking to individual groups or individual players a little bit more. All right, Shaw with the cross, Garnacho with the header, and that was terrible. There was no power behind it. He didn't get up high enough.
It was just a bit of nothing there, unfortunately. Just a little bit of nothing.
I'm a bit disappointed. I want to be doing the goal dance a little bit more. Well, this is definitely going to make it harder for us in the second leg because we are really going to need to get a result in the second leg now. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, there's random draw on the night.
Oh, shit. That was not... That was not what we wanted to see.
This new goalkeeper, does anyone want to loan him?
I think it's just first debut jitters, but it wasn't his fault. I think the defenders were the ones that really. I think that was Mainu that was originally marking him, and Mainu just, I'll just casually go to the front post.
I think he got stuck on the post.
Yeah, it looked like it. It did look like it.
Animations at its finest.
All right, let's make a couple of subs here. I am going to give Rashford a break. He's on a yellow. Don't want to risk a red. We're going to bring Anthony, though. I'm going to move Garnacho out wide to the left. Shaw is going to take a break because he's on a yellow. And Mainu has been a little bit disappointing today. I'm going to give him a break. I'm going to bring Mason Mount. We're going to have Mount and Ericsson combining in the centre of midfield there. See if that makes a bit of a difference. We need to get at least one, if not two goals back.
If we're going
if we're going to lose this match, I want to lose it at least getting back to only a 2 or a 1 goal deficit.
I'd rather have if you score one, at least that gives you a bit of momentum going into the next game, at home especially. Home is so much easier than away.
Definitely is. The cross from Martinez went right behind everyone then. But Anthony's got it back. Here we go. The cross comes in. And Xerxes puts it wide. He's put it wide. I reckon that was the chance.
Bad day at the office.
It is. It is. It's not for lack of shots. We've had the same amount of shots as what they have.
It's as the old expression goes, when it rains, it pours.
Yeah.
The problem is, like I was saying earlier on, like teams have a lot of shots but very little on target, and you've only had one on target.
Mm.
Well,
which is very interesting considering the matches prior to these two. You notice that I was getting a lot of shots, but I was getting a lot on target as well.
Yeah. This is the chance.
There we go. Martinez. Lissandro Martinez, who's come on as a sub, replacing Luke Shaw, and it was an inspired substitution.
I've always said he was a good striker. I think he's out top goal scorer in the league.
No, it was very well done in the end. He doesn't score many.
That's a much better effort, lads.
He doesn't score many, but when he does score them, they count. All right, we need to get one more. Let's demand a little bit more, and I'm going to go very attacking for the last 5 minutes. This is a worry. No, we're good. All right, Hoyland's going to get this. He's going to run it out. He's got plenty of space down that left-hand side, and he's got a couple of players already ahead of him. Oh, he's going to run it himself. He got greedy. We got the corner, but he got greedy. Oh, Jesus. And DeLitt scored a few like that this season, but unfortunately not this time. We've got 5 minutes of injury time though, and we are on an attacking movement now, or at least we were. Good tackle from Schlotterbeck there.
Well worth 125 million.
Let's hope. Oh, Mount's hit the upright.
Oh, wow. That could not have been closer.
No. We've still got it, though. We're still on a bit of an attack here.
Yeah. Come on. Diabetes.
All right. We're still at a minute and a half. And we've got the ball here. Ericsson. DeLitt. Here we go. Delot. He's out wide. The cross comes in. Hoyland.
Oh.
As true to real life, he just can't quite score.
That was the chance to get that second goal. I don't think we're going to get an opportunity for another one. Or maybe. Anthony's got it. Mount. Hoyland. Yes!
Oh, you've made up
Yes!
for Hoyland. 3-2. That's what we want coming into the next week.
He can score. He can score. Just not in real life.
Well, a 1-goal deficit is going to be a lot easier to overcome in that second leg than what a 2-goal deficit was going to be. Although, could there be a potential chance? No, that's it. It's a 3-2 loss. It's not a great result. But, Mike, look.
That's very abrupt. Can there be a chance? Nope.
Look, we had 15 shots, 5 on target. It was very even with the possession, but we had a lot more shots than them and a lot more on target. We just couldn't. They had 3 shots on target, 3 clear-cut chances, and they got them. not a terrible result, but not a great result in the end. Overall, we can walk away from these two matches going, okay, look, we're through to the next round of the FA Cup. We're still at the second leg of the Carabao Cup to come. So it's not the end of the world yet. But we definitely have a bit of work to do if we're going to get that result in that second leg. Definitely got a little bit of work to do. Yeah.
Sometimes all you need is a chance.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong there. So, yeah, what we'll do, we'll probably come back next time round. I'm not sure. I don't know if I want to come back for the Carabao Cup second leg, because we're focusing a lot on the cup matches. Although now with what's just happened, we might actually do that. So what we might do, the next video, we're going to come back with that Nottingham Forest Carabao Cup second leg and the FA Cup fourth round against Leicester. And, we'll come back, we'll review those matches against Chelsea, Everton and Arsenal in the meantime. But a big thank you to Wreford and to Dropbear for featuring in this video, which is really fun to actually have you guys here. And we'll definitely have to do it again. And I think we'll look to make this something that happens every couple of videos, every 3 or 4 videos. We'll get some of the community in to do some commentating with me. I'll try and bring Dimmy in for a couple of videos, actually. That could be really fun to do.
I would love to see a video with Dimmy.
Yeah. What's your opinion on that one, Wreford?
Oh, yeah. It's got to happen.
Yeah.
But you have to play Harry Maguire. We know why he's the toughest manager.
I was waiting for that. I think I'm going to try and time it when Maguire's injured. I don't know. I hope he gets injured before that happens. Anyway, thank you very much, guys. And thank you to everyone that's been watching. And keep up to date with the videos. If you haven't yet, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment below. I always like to get back to the comments and read those comments. So thank you all, and we'll see you all in the next video. 10 Tony TV, signing out.